Okay, so we are going to be looking at some venture gameplay. I'm pretty sure this is around platinum or diamond. Just going to be looking over to give some advice, point out any flaws in the gameplay, and hopefully that the player who won in this VOD review can improve upon. So let's go ahead and look out here really quick. Uh, it is King's Row. So on King's Row, on Venture Attack specifically, I like to try to take the back high ground where the Zenyatta's playing. And over here too, the easiest way to do this, or actually better yet, the safest way, is drill dashing up here and going through here and basically waiting to get cooldowns and coming over here taking as little damage as possible. That isn't the fastest way, but it's definitely the safest way. You can also burrow through main to come over here and emerge around this corridor. So you can go inside and play this room, either going up here to contest the Zenyatta or going over here to contest the lower ground and eventually rotating to up here. All are valuable options. Depends on the scenario, which one you'd want to take. Against this composition, they only have two characters that can truly contest you. More like three characters who can contest you on high ground, which are Junkrat, Genji, and D.Va. D.Va is the main culprit for your tyranny on this map, so you want to watch out for her because she can easily punish your engages. Say, for example, I'm Venture and I'm right here and I'm shooting Zenyatta. Zenyatta doesn't want to come over here and shoot me. He wants to, go over here and just not even worry about that and be like, hey, D.Va, there's a Venture over here. Can you come kill them? And D.Va just comes up here and, annihilates Venture because she can boop you out of your burrow. She can deal a lot of damage to you for free with her micro missiles and her shotguns. And you can't really deal all that much damage to her without risking dying. There is a mega here though, so that is one thing that is really valuable to you. So it's not like you don't want to play here even though there is a D.Va. It's just keeping in mind you don't want to play too aggressive to the point where you're gonna guarantee your death, like up this far kind of angle. More like coming up here, poking, and then backing up. Coming up here, poking, backing up. And when the D.Va approaches you, you just start slowly backing toward this mecha so that you have it as a backup, a second life, and your teammates can take space since their main off tank is gone from the fight. Against Junkrat, you just want to be careful not to aggress him too much. He isn't going to be pushing you as much as you would be pushing him. But you really just don't want to go to him at all. He can really easily kill you both in or when you're outside of burrow and when you're coming out of burrow. And if he is good enough, he will try to deny space from you specifically, as if like if he played this room, you're not going to go there. If he played up here, you're not going to go there. You kind of want to go opposite of where the Junkrat's going to be. And for Genji is not as much of a problem. You can just kind of ignore him for the most part. And when he pushes up to you, why is he up there? What? But if he pushed up to you, you have a pretty even fight. So I would opt to just fight it out or read the situation and see what would be better. Do I want to stay here and take this fight? Would I rather go play with my team? Based off the situation, but 50-50 fight. Depends on the better player who wins a Genji v Venture duel, because they both have survivability tools. You just really do not want to shoot his deflect. I know that's obvious, but try timing your shots or even not shooting at all and using your drill dash to force out his deflect, because drill dash damage doesn't go through deflect. So you can use it to bait out the deflect and then you can shoot your gun once it's finished. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Press play. Watch your root tapping. You notice Genji, just poke him out. Actually, is there... Yeah, I just gotta press F11. I like that. Okay. So right now, you're down 2. I would just get out here. Nice. Now, in that situation, and this is just a small thing, I would have rather you just drill dash out instead of emerging and then drill dashing. Or drill dash while in burrow instead of emerging then drill dashing, because they don't have CC other than on a sleep or hard CC, but they do have Ravenous Vortex and they do have Diva Boop, and those could easily punish your disengage. Now, even if they use both of those, you could also just be shot at by like the Junkrat or any of their other teammates, or be discorded or something. So just playing to play your life even when your enemy or your teammates are down around your spawn point so that you don't stagger is very important. But we'll continue anyways. Yeah, like there, that Ravenous Vortex, it just denied your disengage being as unpredictable. It made you very predictable, actually. But you live either way, so that's good. I'm gonna be honest, right now you're kind of doing nothing. Like I was talking about in the beginning, you really just want to go to one of the high grounds and contest that from and just shoot at the enemy backline and frontline and really anybody, and just garner their attention away from your team. Right now, you don't have any presence on the battlefield. You're not making any space. You're just shooting your gun and it's not doing a whole lot for you. That is a fine trade, but again, I'd still rather you take an angle, because this is 6v6 and not 5v5, so tanks' lives don't matter as much. So you're still gambling on your team's success by trading. Now, we'll have to wait and see if your team actually does capitalize on them not having a tank. But you would rather get that pick, stay alive, and then trade it in almost every situation. Yeah, your team just loses because you're down a player. And I mean, technically you're even, but they used one ultimate. You also used an ultimate, but you know, if you were alive there, something else could have happened, probably. But sorry. I actually want to turn off player outline so I can watch this while from basically your knowledge perspective. You're waiting for Genji for no reason. You just gotta be making space. But we're gonna wait and see. They use 3 ults here, so you definitely lose this fight. Seems like you win this fight. I'd go for the Ramatra kill. Good. Help your Sigma. Hopefully he can live. Unfortunate. Oh, the sleep got him. I hate that perk. Alright, you cap point. Bit sloppy, but you managed to do it. It was kind of an ult fiesta though. Now that you have your ult, goodbye. You're dead. If I unpause and you don't die, I will clap my hands and hopefully my microphone picks it up. But let's talk about your ultimate first in this situation. In this situation with your ultimate, you really want to focus the Ana and the Kiriko. So, I'd like to, like, you come around here, you play this far flank, and you try to play this kind of off angle. You shoot, force the diva's attention, then you disengage to over here, when you have your cooldowns and stuff. And basically, you want to make sure that when you use your ult, either Ana doesn't have sleep or you have cover, from her, so that, like, for example, if I was right here and I ulted this Ana, I'd pop my ult, I would shoot, and then I go behind the wall. Hopefully by then she used her sleep and you baited it out, but if she didn't, then I would burrow in and try to move her around, emerge, drill dash up to the high ground, see if she's drop down, shoot, drill behind a cover or something, just moving all over the place. You don't want to be predictable. You don't want to just shoot multiple times in a row if you're risking being slept. And they also have Zenyatta. Zenyatta cannot do shit about your ultimate unless he's just better and kills you with his primary fire. So you don't really have to worry about him. He can discord you, but you can easily cleanse it with your burrow since you get it back in 2 seconds during your ultimate with the excavation exhilaration minor perk. It's not worth it at all to use it against the diva or the Ramatra. Where's Ramatra at? Ramatra is in spawn, I think, right? I'm pretty sure he's in spawn. So this would actually be prime time to use it because you have an advantage and you don't have a lot of time, so you want to keep pushing that advantage and snowballing them into more disadvantageous positions. So I would go as quickly as possible on a flank angle with my ultimate. You want to be conscious of Ramatra though, since he is coming back from spawn. Along with Genji, actually this is the best time to use your ultimate because they're down too. And your team probably isn't going to go fast enough. So if they're down 2, honestly, you don't even have to flank angle. You can full frontline this. And you pop from here, you pop your ult, you shoot, you go behind the wall, you shoot, you burrow in, you move all over the place, and hopefully you secure at least 1 or 2 eliminations. If you're going to do that, you want to at least try to get 1 kill. If you leave with 0 kills, then it's a wasted ult. And by the time the rest of their team's back, then you have no ultimates to re-engage. So you want to be quick and confident rather than saving it. So let's just see what you do against this Junkrat first. Okay, claps hands. Clapping my hands currently, because you didn't die. Good job. Don't go back up there. If you go back up there, you're not gonna do much. It's not worth it. Especially with that burrow. Yeah, like I said, Junkrat is your greatest enemy on King's Row. Even Cassidy cannot do what Junkrat just did as effective. Junkrat just shuts down your engages so easily. He punishes you if you don't have burrow. He shreds your HP so quickly. Even if you have 325 HP, he can still deal so much damage to you by quicker than you can even get him to half HP. Like, he'll get you to 1 HP quicker. And now you're gonna lose so much time and so much space because their teammates are back already, and you wasted a lot of that time while still holding your ult, probably waiting for a Zarya grab combo and focusing on the Junkrat. So Junkrat's not your priority target, is basically what I'm trying to say. Your teammates are all the way up. Hopefully use your cooldowns to get back faster. Don't look at the Junkrat. Yeah. You emerged in the open and Junkrat punished you. You always want to have some kind of cover. You want to be... Like, if I came back, if I was in your spot and I came back, I would have gone over here as quick as possible and like shot up to this high ground, but not like drilling or trying to go up there, just shooting my gun, and also shooting from this angle the tanks and stuff, getting them to look at me. Now Junkrat could shoot you back and that'd be way more dangerous for you, but there's nowhere else for you to really play. Like if you went here, you're probably gonna die because it's even better for Junkrat to kill you, and the tanks are closer to you and whatever, and you don't really have an escape option because you can't go back here, and you know, whatever. Let's go back to you. I hope you use your ultimate soon. You're still looking for this Junkrat. Thankfully your Pharah killed him, but if your Pharah didn't go for him, it's just kind of like not your job anyways. Yeah, you're kind of lost, and this is because of one issue. You don't know who to target. Their backline is dead, and if they don't have backliners, then your next priority target are the tanks. You'd think, oh, but what if I went for Genji or Junkrat? I think your odds are better just pressuring the tanks while your tanks go for their Junkrat and or their DPS. You should be using your cooldowns to get back faster, because your burrow's on a very short cooldown, so it's worth it. Alright, thankfully they're much fed. Yeah, and this is another case of you don't need to be on... I don't think you were there because you wanted to kill Junkrat. I think you were there because you didn't think about going on the off angle. Over there wasn't an off angle, it was a frontlining angle. It may not look like it, but this over here is a frontline angle if there are two DPS shooting down this angle toward you. So you would rather come all the way over here and play over here, shoot your gun, and then you can use your ultimate. This is like a very good spot to use your ultimate because you can force them all to look over at you, and Junkrat's nowhere near to stop you. So yeah. Okay, do you use your cooldowns to get back? No, you don't. You're moving at Cassidy levels of speed. You should use your cooldowns to get back as quick as possible. I'm glad you used your ult, but that wasn't the best place to use it. But you used it, and that's what counts. I'd still rather you be on the flank angle, because Ramatra doesn't get to ult freely, and he has to turn around toward you. He can't just run at your team. And even though you traded the D.Va, it doesn't matter, you already lost the fight. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna go over the entire game, because I already recognize how many what the main issues are. So we're just gonna focus on those instead of going over everything in this game, because it's probably just gonna be a bunch of the same stuff that we've already talked about. So let me open a notepad. Okay, we'll just do basic to more advanced on what you need to focus on. use your abilities faster from spawn, well as on locations where you aren't going to be punished. Um, use your abilities to get back faster from spawn, as well as on rotations where you aren't going to be punished, as like far flanks. This is good because you have less downtime when you're respawning or coming back from spawn, and you have like drill dash and burrow are on 8-second cooldowns. Those are really short cooldowns. Keep that in mind. Next, take off angles, top, front, lining. Venture isn't as nimble as Genji, and they can't punish a mid liner from the front line as easily as Genji can, due to their dash being both slower and shorter. This is very important. You may Genji brain and think like, oh, Genji's dash is really good at just going in and getting out quickly because it does a short or a quick burst of small damage, small but still usable damage that can combo with your kit, and also it resets on a kill so you can easily get out as easily as you got in, and it's faster and you go through people. Not the case with Venture. Not the case at all. Venture's dash actually goes 30 meters per second slower than Genji's dash. Genji's dash is 50 meters per second, and Venture's is 20 meters per second. And Genji's dash goes up to 15 meters, while Venture's dash, I think, goes up to 9 or 10 meters above ground. You're not gonna catch a midliner by surprise most of the time if you're in the front lane. If you're on an off angle, you can, but most of the time you're gonna be punishing backliners. And this is also important to keep in mind because Venture's dash hitbox is ginormous, and so is Genji's, but Genji's goes through people, so he doesn't really have to worry about that. But it can be a detriment to Venture because sometimes if you're like trying to dash in or dash out, you can accidentally hit people. So it's good to have an escape plan. An escape plan isn't just, oh, I'm going to improv where I'm gonna exit from when I engage. No, you have to have an escape route in mind, and this escape route you're gonna use should be not necessarily guaranteed. You can't guarantee anything in Overwatch, but it should be a high chance that you're gonna make it out alive without any terrible circumstances occurring. For an example, when you were engaging with Burrow, you can, and it is good to engage and disengage, or engage with Burrow and disengage with Dash, but that's only good if you have, you know, teammates that are present on the battlefield. But when you don't have any teammates, getting that extra 5% ult charge is not worth it. So playing less for ult charge and more for space control denial. This ties into off angling. Very important that you try to not fiend for ult charge by shooting the tanks a bunch and try to get as many kills as possible. But no, Venture is not about getting kills and dealing damage, even though they're a damage character. They're about the threat of their damage and the threat of their one-shot combo. That's how they control space, through the threat of their strength at a close and mid range. If you're just emerging in the middle of the team and then dashing out while half of your team isn't there, isn't able to follow up, then it's not worth it. I do say you should engage with burrow and disengage with thrill dash if you're kind of frontlining a bit, which you sometimes do have to frontline, but not most of the time, not really. But if you have to, you want to make sure when you're doing it that your team can still follow up. And when I say disengage, that doesn't mean leave the fight. It means disengaging from your current position in the battle. You want to disengage to a space where you can guarantee, or at least somewhat guarantee, your safety. But also you still have an angle to deal damage and have presence, basically min-maxing your uptime and not being stagnant. And then finally, don't save your ultimate, or actually, don't use Connect Shock. Like Dragon Blade. You must link with your ultimate from a mid-range distance. And you must move around much as possible if you have the acceleration. You do not want to be like, oh, I'm a Genji Dragon Blade, I'm just gonna do it right in front of the enemy team, because you don't have deflect. You can't do that. Burrow has a startup time, deflect does not. Even if they don't have CC, it's still not a good idea because you can still explode even if there's no crowd control. It's always better to flank with Tectonic Shock because it has a longer range, deals more damage per shot than Genji Dragon Blade, so you can two-shot squishies, and you can also reposition yourself more easily because you have more time to react to enemy advances, like a sleep or a diva pushing you or something. So anyways, to wrap it up, start flanking more, start taking short-ranged off angles, forcing enemy tension onto you so that your team can take space. Don't play for ult charge, don't play for kills, play for the threat of it, and when the enemy doesn't respect you, you can then go for eliminations. Because the best time to use your one-shot combo is when the enemy least expects it, or they let you do it, basically. Oh, I'm not gonna look at you, I'm just gonna keep shooting the tank. Then you go one-shot them, and then they cry or whatever, and you know, you win. Whatever. And finally, you know, don't use Tectonic Shock like Dragon Blade. Use it like a reverse Dragon Blade. You're not a fight initiator. You can use it like that with the perks sometimes, but most of the time, still, you want to backline, or not backline, you want a midline flank. You don't want to use it in front of the enemy team. You want to use it behind the enemy team. And especially if you do not have the perk, because you are a sitting duck. You don't get kill resets like Genji. Even if you have your burrow, you're still really predictable, and you're not going to get a kill more than likely if you're predictable. So it's better to play range and all that stuff. I hope this helps. If any of you have any questions, feel free to leave it down below in the video comment section and whatever. I do VOD reviews for people who watch stream and have enough channel points to purchase one, or you can get one instantly by donating. I usually accept any amount, like $5 or whatever. Yeah, that's it. Peace out.